This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be experiencing a massive layoff where we receive their notice between December 6th and December 13th. Again, these are California companies that will be experiencing mass layoff where we receive their notice between December 6th and December 13th. Now, if you follow me in any length of time, you know my story. But for those who are new, one thing I want you to do is to get connected to me on all social media platforms. That's at Go Lacy Robertson. That's Lacy without an E and Robertson with a T. Go Lacy Robertson. Now, my story is many years ago, I was in escrow getting ready to purchase a piece of property. As you know, when you're purchasing and you're signing loan documents, which I had just signed loan documents, I go back to work hours later and I find out that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. No warning or anything. You can only imagine how I was feeling. I'm like, oh my gosh, my loan is getting ready to fund. I don't have a job. I had to get in contact with my realtor and my mortgage broker and say, look, you can't fund this loan. I don't have a job. I've had, I think I faxed them at that time, the paperwork. And thankfully I was able to unravel that transaction, but it was unfortunate for the seller, right? They were ready to get their proceeds from the sale of the home. And quite frankly, I was excited to get the asset. Thankfully, I was able to unravel that transaction, but unfortunately, I lost money in the process. Didn't get my deposit back. I spent money on inspections, home inspection, termite inspection, all the things, appraisal, all the things that you pay for up front as you're getting ready to purchase a piece of property and do your due diligence. So, me sharing this information, I'm very passionate. I'm passionate, and it's twofold. One, what would you do differently if you knew there was a possibility that you would be getting laid off? Would you not go on that extravagant vacation, not go on that shopping spree, hold off on purchasing that new house, new car, um, or, take that vacation? So if I could warn you and if I could help you and let you know there's a possibility that you might get laid off, that's number one. I don't want you to be caught off guard and by surprise like I was. And then secondly, I want you to know you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job. There are programs out there that are available. So for me, I was able to unravel a purchase transaction. But some of you guys have perhaps experienced a financial hardship, whether that's to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, it doesn't matter. There are programs available for you, right? There's temporary options like a forbearance plan. There's more permanent options like a repayment plan, a loan modification. So I want you to know there's programs out there available for you. And so to get connected to me, to find out more about those programs, reach out to me. I'm all things mortgage and real estate. Been in the business over 18 years. I help people sell property, purchase property, finance property, refinance property. But if life deals them lemons, I help them make lemonade by helping them save their property and avoid foreclosure if they're facing a financial hardship. So, if you're saying, look, Lacy, I'm already experiencing financial hardship, or I need you to help me sell a property or buy a property, like you can visit me at modifymenow.com. That's modifymenow.com. Now, before I get into the list of California companies that are going to be experiencing a mass layoff, I want to share a modification with you. I've been doing this for years. It's really exciting when I'm able to save lives. And, I love what I do because I save lives. I help people keep their probably largest asset that they have, right? Was difficult when they purchased their home, but can you imagine if you're facing a financial hardship and you think that you're getting ready to lose it all, everything that you worked hard for, and you call and get in contact with myself, and I help navigate and negotiate on your behalf with your lender, and I'm able to save your home. There's no joy like it, right? So I want to share with you a modification that I was able to get for a client. So hold on one second. Let me share this with you. Then we'll get started on the list. So by now, you should be able to see my screen. This modification was through ACE. If you look to the right here, their previous mortgage payment was $2,008.19. That included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Okay. Again, their payment was $2,008.19, and they had an interest rate of 4.75%. I was able to go in, negotiate with the bank, plead their case, let them know they were facing a financial hardship, but they could make reasonable mortgage payments. And I was able to get their mortgage payment down to $939.61. Did you see that? $939.61. Their interest rate stayed the same. So I was able to help them I was able to save them $1,068.58 a month. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of money. Can you imagine? Take your mortgage payment. How about this? Take your mortgage payment and decrease it by $1,068.58. What would that do for you? Would that change your life? How would that help you if you were facing a financial hardship and you thought you were getting ready to lose your house, but I'm able to come in and help you save? So I wanted to share that with you. And this is the mortgage, the modification, the entire agreement that I was able to secure for my client. So I just want you to know there are options available for you. Okay. You do not have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. Okay. So let me go ahead and start with our list. Let's see how many companies we have in the last week. We have 50 companies that I'm going to go through. And so you know how I do it. I tell you the date that the company is laying off. I give you the name of the company. I give you how many they're laying off, and then the address. Okay. So date that they're laying off, name of the company, how many they're laying off, and the location. I'm going to give this list in alphabetical order of the company's names. So let's get started. January 8th, 2024, Accenture is laying off 87 people at 122 East Braca Way Road, in San Jose. We have Acutus Medical Inc., is laying off 140 people at 2210 Faraday Avenue, Suite 100 in Carlsbad. Then you have Acutus Medical Inc. Hopefully I'm saying this correctly. Acutus, I think that's correct. Is laying off additional 7 people at the same address, 2210 Faraday Avenue, Suite 100 in Carlsbad. We have December 31st, Alvarado Hospital LLC. DBA is Alvarado Hospital Medical Center. They're laying off 6 people at 6699 Alvarado Road, Suite 2309 in San Diego. January 12th, Analog Devices is laying off 109 people at 90 Rio Robles in San Jose. You have January 12th, Analog Devices Inc. is laying off an additional person at 130 Rio Robles in San Jose. You have January 12th, again, Analog Devices Inc. is laying off additional person at 160 Rio Robles in San Jose. December 31st, Altara Biotherapeutics is laying off 72 people at 2380 Conejo Spectrum Street 200 in Thousand Oaks. December 31st, Altera Biotherapeutics is laying off an additional person at 1280 Rancho Conejo Boulevard, Thousand Oaks. January 5th, Charles Schwab and Company, Inc. is laying off 155 people at 211 Main Street in San Francisco. You have Daiso Let's start all over. You have February 16th, Daiso Distribution Center is laying off 74 people at 16400 Trojan Way in La Mirada. January 6th, Flex Ltd. is laying off 31 people at 847 Gibraltar Drive in Milpitas. You have January 5th, FM Restaurants HQ LLC. The DBA is El Torito Mexican Grill, is laying off 42 people at 34521 Golden Lantern Street in Dana Point. January 7th, you have Forge Rock Inc. is laying off one person at 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. January 31st, Forge Rock Inc. is laying off an additional person at the same address, 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. February 1st, Forge Rock Inc. is laying off an additional person, same address, 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. February 29th, Forge Rock Inc. is laying off additional person at 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. Then you have March 31st. Forge Rock Inc. is laying off an additional person at 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. June 30th, Forge Rock Inc. is laying off 103 people at 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. January 15th, we have Global Expedited Transportation, Inc. They're laying off 51 people at 10370 Commerce Center Drive, Suite B210 in Rancho Cucamonga. December 31st, Informatica LLC is laying off 90 people at 2100 Seaport Boulevard in Redwood City. You have December 31st, Intel Corporation is laying off 235 people at 1900 Prairie City Road in Folsom. January 4th, Kaiser. Now we have several coming up for Kaiser, so pay attention. What I will tell you, all of these layoffs are taking place on January 4th for Kaiser. We have several, so listen up. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off 26 people at 99 South Oakland Avenue in Pasadena. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off one person at 25825 Vermont Avenue in Harbor City. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off one person at 4900 River Grade Road, Suite C110 in Baldwin Park. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off one person at 1200 El Camino Real, South San Francisco. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off 4 people at 1840 California Avenue in Corona. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals laying off one person at 12254 Bellflower Boulevard in Downey. You have January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals laying off 20 people at 3100 Thornton Avenue in Burbank. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals laying off 41 people at 5810 Owens Drive, Pleasanton. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals laying off one person at 25 North Via Monte in Walnut Creek. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals laying off 6 people at 10740 4th Street in Rancho Cucamonga. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Arrow is laying off one person at 10850 Arrow Route in Rancho Cucamonga. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Canyon is laying off 8 people at 3840 Murphy Canyon Road in San Diego. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Fair Oaks is laying off 2 people at 75 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Pasadena. We have January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Harrison is laying off 6 people at 1800 Harrison Street, Oakland. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Lakeside is laying off 4 people at 300 Lakeside Drive in Oakland. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Mission is laying off 1 person at 10990 SD Mission, San Diego Mission Road in San Diego. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals 1 is laying off 2 people at 1 Kaiser Plaza in Oakland. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Pasadena is laying off 22 people at 74 North Pasadena Avenue in Pasadena. January 4th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Rio is laying off 5 people at 8954 Rio San Diego Drive in San Diego. January 12th, Oracle America Inc. at Adventist Health is laying off 65 people at 1 Adventist Health Way in Roseville. January 5th, PAC-12 Enterprises LLC is laying off 141 people at 12647 Acosta Boulevard, 5th floor in San Ramon. January 19th, Rico Corp. DBA is D. Adario Woodwinds is laying off 26 people at 8484 San Fernando Road in Sun Valley. You have January 2nd, Sangamo Therapeutics Inc. is laying off 65 people at 7000 Marina Boulevard in Brisbane. You have January 2nd, Sangamo Therapeutics Inc. is laying off 37 people at 501 Canal Boulevard in Brisbane. Got 4 more. December 18th, Splunk Inc. is laying off 44 people at 250 Brannan Street in San Francisco. Then you have December 18th, Splunk Inc. is also laying off 132 people at Santana Row in San Jose. January 1st, St. James Infirmary is laying off 71 people at 1087, 1089 Mission Street in San Francisco. And last but not least, January 12th, the Apothecarium is laying off 7 people at 1850 41st Street Avenue, Capitola. So those are the California companies that will be experiencing a mass layoff where we receive their notice between December 6th and December 13th. Remember, I want you to know you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job. If you're facing any type of financial hardship, whether that's due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, it doesn't matter. I want you to know there are options available for you. And you can reach out to me. Like, help is not automatic. You have to be proactive. The moment you feel like I cannot make my mortgage payment or think it's going to be a struggle, the minute you are facing it, the financial hardship, you need to reach out to me. There are programs available. I want to help you. I've been helping clients for years. And let me share that modification with you one more time that I was able to get for my client. Let me share really quick so you can see. This was a modification when I first got to this client. Their payment I shared with you. If you look to the right, I've highlighted it for you. Their mortgage payment was $2,008.19. That included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and their interest rate at the time was 4.75. Now, with a modification, this is a more permanent option. There's several options available for you, and I help people with them all based on their own personal financial needs. But a modification is simply where I go and negotiate with the bank on your behalf and to make your payment more affordable. So they can do that by a combination of many different ways. They can lower your interest rate. They can extend the term of the loan. They can offer principal forgiveness or principal forbearance. So there's many ways they can do it to make your payment affordable. But as you see here, this payment was $2,008.19, including principal, interest, taxes, and insurance with an interest rate of 4.75. I'm highlighting now. This is what I was able to negotiate on their behalf. I got their payment down to $939 which included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and their interest rate remained the same. Now, you know that's a win. I saved them over $1,000, to be exact, $1,068.58. So if you find yourself experiencing a financial hardship, I want you to reach out to me. So don't forget, one, get connected to me on all social media platforms at Go Lacy Robertson. That's Lacy without an E and Robertson with a T. And then for all your mortgage and real estate needs, I want you to visit me at modifymenow.com. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, have a blessed day.